Hey, don't forget to give thumbs up, give me a comment, and subscribe to see part 2. Now let's get into the story.
Adrian's silver eyes searched the room only once. The moment he found me, relief crossed his face. Yu Chen, I'm here. Kai stepped between us. Not another step. The two men stared silently at one another. Neither lowered his weapon. Outside, hundreds of soldiers and syndicate members fought across the abandoned docks. The sounds of explosions shook the ground. Inside, everything felt strangely quiet. Kai spoke first. You stole my future. Adrian answered calmly. I protected the man I loved. You forced him into marriage. I gave him time to choose. Kai laughed bitterly. And he chose you. Neither man noticed another gang had quietly entered the battlefield, one of Kai's rivals. They had come to eliminate both factions at once. A sniper climbed onto a nearby rooftop, his rifle aimed directly at me. I heard the gunshot before I saw anything. Adrian's eyes widened. Yu Chen! He sprinted toward me. Kai turned at the instant. Everything happened too quickly. Adrian shoved me aside. The bullet struck his shoulder instead. He stumbled but remained standing. The sniper prepared another shot. Kai reacted instantly. He threw a knife. The sniper fell from the rooftop. For one brief moment, the three of us stood frozen. Then rival gang members flooded into the warehouse. Chaos erupted. Adrian and Kai fought back to back without speaking. Neither trusted the other, but both refused to let anyone reach me. After several desperate minutes, police sirens echoed outside. Government reinforcements arrived. The rival gang surrendered. Kai's remaining men lowered their weapons. The battle was finally over. Kai stood quietly as officers surrounded him. He looked at me one last time. So, this is goodbye. I slowly nodded. Tears filled my eyes. I'm sorry. He smiled sadly. You don't need to apologize. I loved the person you were. And now, I hope the person you've become stays happy. He looked toward Adrian. If you ever make him cry, I'll come back. Adrian met his gaze. I won't. Kai gave a small laugh. I know. Without another word, he surrendered peacefully. Several months later, the mansion had never felt warmer. Adrian insisted on carrying me whenever I complained about climbing the stairs. Put me down. No, I'm perfectly capable of walking. You are, but I'd rather carry you. I sighed dramatically. Commander, you're impossible. His mother watched from the hallway before shaking her head. You're spoiling your husband far too much. Adrian smiled. He deserves it. She looked at me, then unexpectedly smiled. As long as both of you are happy. That evening, I stood on the balcony beside Adrian. The stars stretched endlessly across the interstellar sky. He quietly intertwined his fingers with mine. No more running away? I smiled. No, I'm already home. He kissed. Epilogue. The man who chose me. Adrian Kale, Alpha Commander. Darkness. That was all I remembered after shielding Yu Chen during the battle. When I finally forced my eyes open, the sterile white ceiling of a military hospital greeted me. Commander, he's awake. Doctors rushed in while machines began beeping faster. But I ignored every voice. There was only one person I wanted to see. Yu Chen? The room fell silent.
Then I heard hurried footsteps. He appeared beside my bed, his eyes swollen from days of crying. "You finally woke up." Relief flooded his face before it quickly turned into anger. He grabbed the front of my hospital gown. "You idiot! I told you to come back safely." "I did. Barely." His hands trembled. Only then did I notice how exhausted he looked. "You never left?" He shook his head. "No, you were unconscious for 4 days. I stayed." A quiet warmth spread through my chest. For the first time in years, I felt afraid. Not of death, but of losing him. I hesitated before asking the question that had haunted me since regaining consciousness. "Tell me honestly, when you came back to me, was it only because of our child?" Yu Chen froze, then smack. The slap echoed through the hospital room. Even the doctors stood speechless. Tears streamed down his face. "You bastard! How dare you ask me that?" I closed my eyes. "I know you used to drink contraceptive medicine." His voice rose, shaking with emotion. "I stopped 6 months ago. You were always so busy protecting everyone else that you never noticed. I wanted our child because I loved you. You forced your way into my life. You separated me from my first love, and somehow you made me fall in love with you." He broke down completely. "I hate you for making me love you so much." For a long moment, I heard nothing else. Only one sentence echoed inside my heart. "I fell in love with you." I slowly reached for his hand. "So, you really chose me?" He sniffled and glared at me. "Don't make me repeat it." A laugh escaped my lips. Despite the pain from my wound, I couldn't stop smiling. "I love you too, Yu Chen."
I hesitated before asking the question that had haunted me since regaining consciousness. "Tell me honestly, when you came back to me, was it only because of our child?" Yuchen froze. Then, smack! The slap echoed through the hospital room. Even the doctor stood speechless. Tears streamed down his face. "You bastard! How dare you ask me that?" I closed my eyes. "I know you used to drink contraceptive medicine." His voice rose, shaking with emotion. "I stopped 6 months ago. You were always so busy protecting everyone else that you never noticed. I wanted our child because I loved you. You forced your way into my life. You separated me from my first love, and somehow you made me fall in love with you." He broke down completely. "I hate you for making me love you so much." For a long moment, I heard nothing else. Only one sentence echoed inside my heart. "I fell in love with you." I slowly reached for his hand. "So, you really chose me?" He sniffled and glared at me. "Don't make me repeat it." A laugh escaped my lips. Despite the pain from my wound, I couldn't stop smiling. "I love you too, Yuchen." He leaned forward and rested his forehead against mine. "And don't ever scare me like that again." "I'll try." "No." He squeezed my hand tighter. "You'll do better than try." I nodded. "Yes, husband."
Somewhere beyond the Imperial border. Kai, former second male lead. The prison transport never reached its destination. Deep within an asteroid field, masked raiders attacked the convoy. By the time the Imperial fleet arrived, the prisoners were gone. Months later, merchant ships began reporting a mysterious pirate fleet. They never attacked civilian refugees. They never harmed children. They stole only from corrupt nobles, illegal traffickers, and criminal organizations. Their flagship bore the emblem of a crimson wolf. Standing on its bridge, I looked out at the endless sea of stars. A crew member approached. "Captain, the Empire has issued another bounty for your capture." I smiled faintly. "How much?" 500 million Imperial credits. "Only 500 million?" The crew laughed. "You sound disappointed." I looked toward the distant stars where the Imperial capital lay.
Somewhere out there, Yuchen was living the life he had chosen. For years, I believed that loving someone meant never letting them go. I had been wrong. Sometimes, loving someone meant accepting that their happiness no longer belonged with you. I closed my eyes. Set a course. Where to, Captain? I smiled. Anywhere the stars take us. The engines roared to life. The Crimson Wolf vanished into hyperspace, becoming one of the most infamous interstellar pirate captains in the galaxy, a legend pursued by the Empire, feared by criminals, and remembered by one Omega as the boy who had once given him a single red rose. And beneath the same endless sky, 3 lives continued on different paths, bound forever by the choices they had made.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Jasniv BL Stories.